Here we go again. In the prophetic words of my main man DMX, the same old just a different day. You would think that the legacy media would have learned their lesson.
Not even a little.
During Trump's first stint as the president of the United States, his favorite term was fake news.
You are fake news.
That was just a really polite way of calling them bald-faced liars.
A lie detector determined that was a lie.
And even though the legacy media at that time dismissed his words as nothing more than a distraction, America came to find out how much bullshit legacy media had been shoveling into the faces of the public, and Trump was right.
Told you. I told you.
You would think that they would have learned. You would think that they would know better. After he eviscerated them on his way back to the top, you would think that they would change.
Oh, no.
And if you thought that, you are dead wrong.
We're back, baby.
Let's get into it. You know who I am. I am your man, Big Brother Tucker. And by my side, I have the one and only my baby brother himself, Mr. Frosty.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Frosty,
Yes.
do you want to explain to the people what the tagline under your name is all about? No, let me take that back. Explain to your brother what the tagline under that
Okay.
name is
Well,
all about.
Topic for today is about fake news and the media. And for the longest time, with Elon Musk at the inaugural, they said he was doing a Nazi salute for whatever reason, and they ran with it. It's like, even when they said, no, he wasn't doing that, and it's like, no, he was doing it. And it kept going. Even days after, they kept saying he was doing a Nazi salute. It's like, and then
So
what made
that's
it, what
why.
made it, hold on. What made it great is when they people online grab clips of so many Democrats and celebrities of people doing the exact same thing, even doing the part where they reach to their heart and extend their hand like they're giving the heart, like like to the crowd.
I know
And but
it's just a hand. It's just a
it's just a
non-moving
gesture.
hand. Yeah, it's one of these. We do it in the hood all the time. Hey, throw the hand
Yeah,
up. Hey.
but they refuse. But that's why I put Nazi.
Not a Nazi. Okay, Frosty. I don't think anyone would have confused you for a Nazi.
Hey, we live in a day and age where people don't know have a clue what a Nazi is, and they blame and say everybody's a Nazi. So
Why are you doing this?
You make my head hurt almost as much as the fake news. But we're gonna get right into it. Frosty, we talked about this a little bit offline, but I'm pretty sure you haven't had a chance to see the news clip. And before I play the news clip, I want to show the written clip of what had gone on. Here we go. Because now, of course, everyone has changed their headline. You know that, right? All the news people, they've changed their headline from what it originally was. But it's enough to give you an idea of what the original news headlines were. That was the original headline. The original headline was ICE agents were banned from entering Chicago elementary school. But you see what the retraction has become now, right?
oh yeah,
Agents believed to be from ICE who approached Chicago elementary school were actually from the Secret Service, officials say.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Now, tell me what you think about that, Frost.
they rush to say, they're trying to get some illegal children out of our school or something, I guess, or somebody that worked there.
The belief was they were coming to apparently get kids out of the school, knowing that could not happen without. Anyway, the city ran with that and allowed me to try to find the original video where they held a whole press conference.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Good afternoon. Bogdana Shkumbova, Chief Education Officer for Chicago Public Schools. Earlier today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents showed up at Hamline Elementary School. School staff followed CPS established protocols. They kept ICE agents outside of the school and contacted CPS's law department and CPS's Office of Safety and Security for further guidance.
We're going to stop it right there because there's not more that needs to be said other than
Think of the children. Won't somebody please think of the children?
they said they held a whole press conference saying ICE tried to come take the kids. Am I correct? You saw that too, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, we saw the article as it has changed, and you see those people, the head of the public schools, held a little press conference, all the people behind her. ICE came, CPS told them, told the school, don't let them in. And we'll go piece by piece because the one thing I want to say is the federal agents know that they could not just go in and do that to children. They know the rules, people.
Well, duh.
They know that they just could not go in and snatch kids out of class. But what's the name with this again, Frosty? What are we talking about?
Fake news.
Fake news. Now, allow me to share with you this because it's gonna be a doozy. Now, Frosty, what I'm going to share with you is something that, sir, you will not believe.
False alarm on the city's southwest side when Chicago Public Schools officials mistake federal officers for ICE agents. It caused fear and chaos at a back of the yards elementary school.
Tonight, CPS is responding. Our Casey Cronus is live downtown with the latest. Casey.
Now, they mistaked Secret Service for ICE. Remember that. They mistook Secret Service for ICE.
CPS says this was all a misunderstanding, but has yet to apologize for causing confusion.
Now, I will give that reporter 1,000 points for pointing it out. Because she instantly recognized they caused that y'all held a presser to create panic and cause concern. Where the same press conference to say,
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, the same press conference to say that.
They ain't got the type of energy. Keep that same energy, as they say.
So we'll let her proceed.
Meanwhile, Mayor Brandon Johnson took to X tonight, writing, "It is imperative that people do not spread unverified information that sparks fear across the city."
He took to X to do it, but his people held a whole press conference. No. The same way your people spread that fear is the same way they need to go out there and calm those people down. Don't you agree?
I'm open for another explanation, but it makes sense to me.
I absolutely agree.
If you held a presser to try to embarrass the president and this administration, because that's all that was. That's all that was. If you held a presser to do it, when you turn out to be an ass, a lying ass, I want you to hold a presser the exact same way.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
In the city's back of the yards neighborhood near 48th and Bishop, Hamline Elementary School families were thrown into confusion when Chicago Public Schools leaders announced that ICE agents showed up Friday morning. They say staff followed protocols, kept them outside, and contacted CPS's law department. It caused disarray among parents and in a frenzy. State and local lawmakers who believed agents were there to raid the school took to social media, calling it cruel.
Let's go back a touch. After a week of Republicans sowing fear and chaos, the first reports of raids in Chicago are at the first reports of raids in Chicago are at an elementary school. Targeting children and separating families is cruel and un-American. The first thing is, after a week of Republicans sowing fear and chaos. So, but I get it. You're the governor of Illinois. Y'all don't understand what following the law is. Because he said after a week of Republicans sowing fear and chaos, you mean by enforcing laws that are already on the books?
Exactly.
That's sowing fear and chaos. Enforcing laws that are already on the books is sowing fear and chaos. But again, I get it. You're in Chicago. We've seen y'all crime statistics. You have no idea what law and order looks like.
Damn!
I get it, Governor. Don't
Okay.
worry about it. Oh, and as it pertains to the last part of Governor Pritzker, the last statement targeting children and separating families is cruel and un-American. Frosty, do you want to tell our watchers, our listeners, our subscribers, which president built the cages to keep kids and families in?
Obama.
You don't wait. Oh no, not the righteous Obama. No.
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no. 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 I refuse. No. No.
Not the Savior. Not Black Jesus. Not Obeezy. Let us proceed.
Media calling it cruel, traumatizing for children, and sickening. CPS CEO Pedro Martinez even went on MSNBC to talk about it.
For an individual to be able to either ask for information or to even talk to our students or staff, not only do they have to have the proper credentials, but they also have to have a valid judicial order, court order.
But it wasn't ICE that showed up to the school.
Let's stop right there. That lawyer said that. Do you not think that ICE knew that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if that's actually true, then yeah.
If it was ICE that showed up, don't you think that ICE knew that? That's why ICE wouldn't show up, because they knew that. The thing is, if deportation is needed and necessary, they'll wait till y'all all at home.
I mean, that's what I would do.
They're gonna wait till y'all all at home and then get you. But as you said here just now, let's go back a touch, Mr. Pedro Martinez. You don't think the federal government knows that? Let's keep it pushing.
But it wasn't ICE that showed up to the school.
Yeah.
Frosty, it wasn't ICE.
What?
It wasn't ICE. Pray tell, who could it be that made you think it was ICE?
They quickly debunked the claim, and instead, the U.S. Secret Service says they were in the neighborhood responding to a threat from a student related to the TikTok ban.
I want you to remember this, because I want to see if you catch something that I caught. Just wait till the end.
They first responded to an area home, but the person they were looking for wasn't there, so they went to the school. That's where Secret Service officials say they handed off their business card and left.
What? Oh my God! I didn't know that part.
That's how they knew. That's how they knew the Secret Service. That's so from the very giddy up, it was fake, false, fraudulent, perpetrating agenda, propaganda-based news.
You are fake news.
Wow!
From the giddy up,
I did not know that.
Yes, from the giddy up, this was propaganda.
For hours, CPS could not be reached for comment.
I didn't think so.
I bet behind the scenes that, man, who messed up? Who the hell had that car? Who said that? Who did it?
We should find the people who did this.
Who did
Wait, it gets better. It gets better.
Just before 7 p.m., they issued this statement, writing in part, "Our original communication was a result of a misunderstanding."
Huh?
What? Reflective of the fear and concerns in the community amid the new administration's focus on undocumented immigrants. The school's response demonstrates that our system, in partnership with community organizations, is prepared and ready to keep our students and staff safe.
No, stop. Think of the children.
I need you to do better, Chicago Public Schools. I need you to do better.
You've got to do better.
You need to do better. There's a two-part thing right there. The first part is simple. The first part of what she said, oh, it was a misunderstanding.
How?
They gave you a card. How was that a misunderstanding when they literally identified themselves?
They interpreted
There it is.
They interpreted it something totally different than what actually happened.
No, it's not that. You know, what is the motto I have passed on to you when it comes to things like this? Don't let
your facts get away with my story.
Don't let your facts get in the way of my story.
Exactly.
Let me tell my story, my truth. This is that was their truth.
Brandon Lee from the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights says regardless of who showed up, it's important that school officials took the right steps.
It's understandable that there's heightened concern among the community, and we're glad that people remain looking out for one another, and we're glad that the school took this precaution today.
Now, the second part that I wanted to address, and I didn't get to it, if you would like to hear the rest of that, feel free to join us on our Rumble channel, still under Free Mind Thinkers. There you will find the full and unedited version of this video. Remember, until next time, to stand up, stand out, and think differently. Holla.